Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of NCOA Bharti College Teaching Center. I am Ms. Merina, currently working as a guest faculty here. In this particular video, we are going to discuss the discipline specific course DSC, Introductory Macroeconomics. In this video, we are not only going to discuss the syllabus of this course, but also we are going to discuss the evaluation, the assessment process. In this course, Unit 1 deals with Introduction to Macroeconomics and National Income Accounting, where we are going to study basic issues related to macroeconomics, where we are going to discuss how to measure GDP, the three methods of measuring GDP, income approach, expenditure approach, and product approach. We are going to look into the real variables, the nominal variables, and with respect to that, we are going to learn about interest rates, real interest rates. We are going to discuss inflation and so on. For this particular unit, the readings which are suggested are from the book which we call ABC, which means Abel, Bernanke and Crusoe, where we are going to discuss this particular unit in Chapter 1, Section 1.1, Chapter 2 and Chapter 5, where Section 5.1 from page 165 to 176 only. In Unit 2, we are going to discuss the topic of money. In this particular unit, we are going to understand the concept of money in our modern economy, where we look into monetary aggregates. We are going to look at the functions of money, the demand for money, the supply of money, and how credit creation happens. We are also going to discuss the monetary policies and the tools. This way, we are going to have an overall understanding of money. In this particular unit, we are going to read from the book ABC, like I said, Abel, Bernanke and Crusoe, Chapter 7, where we are going to look into only Section 7.1. We are also going to refer to the book Blanchard, and we are going to look into Chapter 4 from it. In Unit 3, we are going to study the simple theory of income determination. We are going to look into the classical and the simple Keynesian model of income determination, actual and potential GDP, aggregate expenditure, consumption function, investment function, equilibrium, GDP, concept of the multiplier, government sector, and impact of changes in government expenditure and taxes. So for this particular unit, we are going to refer to the book ABC, where we are going to look into Chapter 1, Section 1.3, and Dornbusch and Fisher and Starts, Chapter 9. In Unit 4, we are going to look into ISLM analysis and aggregate demand. In this particular unit, we are going to derive the ISLM curve. We are going to look into the fiscal and monetary multipliers. What are their effects on the curve, ISLM curve? We are going to see the derivation of aggregate demand and so on. For this particular unit, we are going to refer to the book Dornbusch, Fisher and Starts, where we are going to look into two chapters. Chapter 10, where we are not going to include 10.5 section, and we are also going to look into Chapter 11, where we are going to refer to the section 11.1 to 11.3. So this is an overview of the whole Introductory Macroeconomics course, where we are going to study not only about macroeconomic models, aggregates, the concept of money, we are also going to extend it to ISLM analysis and aggregate demand. Now let's go to evaluation. Evaluation assessment is also very important, and I hope all the students make sure that they are aware about it. In our evaluation, we are going to have internal assessment, which will be for 30 marks, continuous assessment, which will be for 40 marks, and there will be an end semester exam for 90 marks. Now, when we look into internal assessment, here we see 6 marks particularly are assigned for attendance. So make sure that you do attend your class so that you can score 6 out of 6. The remaining 24 is up to your course instructor, how they want to evaluate you. It can be on the basis of assignments, it can be on the basis of a class test. Same for the continuous assessment, which is for 40 marks, out of which 5 marks are allotted for attendance. The remaining 35 marks, it depends upon your course instructor again, how they want to assess you. And end semester examination is going to be for 90 marks, and you're going to give the exam of 3 hours. Okay, so till here I hope some of the basic queries are clear. Some of the confusions that you might have, please do talk with your course instructor. I'm sure they will be really willing to, they will be happy to help you. They will be willing to help you. Otherwise, please do leave a comment. Whenever possible, we'll reply. And also, please do subscribe, like and share this YouTube channel with your friends, with your classmates, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram for regular updates for all the events that are going on in the college. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you.